Hello everyone! Today we are going to talk about a scientific discovery, a new structure in the brain. But before we start this subject, it is important to remember what the brain actually is and its real importance. The brain is one of the most important parts of the human body. Thanks to it, we can feel and process all the information that reaches our body through the sense. Moreover, all our ideas and thoughts are born from it. The human brain is integrated into the central nervous system and is made up of thousands of neurons that allow for a constant relationship between mind and body. The brain makes up the largest part of the brain, accounting for about 18% of the total mass of this structure. While we're on the subject of the word brain, how about we talk about the meninges? After all, the meninges are the system of membranes that line and protect the brain. The BBC News report reveals that scientists have verified a new structure in the human brain. This structure is located above the innermost membrane of the brain, which is the pia mater. To understand a little more about this last part that I mentioned, it is important to distinguish the membranes that scientists already knew: the dura mater, the pia mater, and the arachnoid. The cranial dura mater, the outermost meningeal layer, is thicker than the other two layers and helps restrict the movement of the brain inside the skull. In addition, it has several vein-like braces that help transport oxygen-rich blood back to the heart. I separated this short video to locate the venous sinuses of the dura mater that I mentioned previously. Here we have superior sagittal sinus. This on the line, the blue line, superior sagittal sinus. And the next is lower sagittal sinus. You can't see it very well, but it's at the very end of the cycle cerebrum. Then you have striate sinus. And the next is upper petrous sinus. So we have transverse sinus. And then inferior petrous sinus. And then you have sigmoid sinus. This sigmoid sinus. And the next, occipital sinus. And sphenoparental sinus. Next, cavernous sinus. And the last, confluence of the breasts. Okay, the pia mater, on the other hand, is the innermost layer of the meninges and is characterized by being a delicate and well-vascularized structure that surrounds and protects the brain and spinal cord. Here. Finally, the arachnoid is the middle layer of the meninges and encompasses that subarachnoid space that stores cerebrospinal fluid. And what is this cerebrospinal fluid? It is a colorless fluid that encompasses the brain and spinal cord and performs several functions, such as cushioning the cerebral cortex and spinal cord, transport nutrients, hormones, water, and mineral salts, eliminate toxic substances and metabolic wastes, and balance intracranial pressure when there is a change in blood pressure. Going back to the initial subject, this supposed forming brain is called SLYM and is characterized by lining the brain and primarily controlling the flow of cerebrospinal fluid. That is, it monitors the entry and exit of this fluid. In addition, SLIM lines the blood vessels in the cavity that exists between the brain and the skull and therefore acts as a lubricant in the cavity. The scientists explain that SLYM is a kind of mesothelium. A type of membrane that covers other parts of the body and stores immune cells. Scientists from the University of Rochester in the United States and Copenhagen in Denmark say that flaws in the SLM meninges prevent immune cells from outside the brain from entering the organ, which could cause unwanted inflammatory reactions. The researchers say this barrier function may also help explain neurological problems. Diseases such as multiple sclerosis, central nervous system infection, and Alzheimer's can be triggered by abnormalities in the meninges SLYM. The scientists also find that higher concentrations of immune cells gather in the membrane during inflammation and aging. When SLYM is disrupted after a traumatic brain injury, the disruption of CSF flow impairs the glymphatic system and allows immune cells from the non-central nervous system to enter the brain. In summary, SLYM represents a fascinating discovery that improves our understanding of brain anatomy and function. Its role in maintaining brain health and preventing neurodegenerative conditions makes it an exciting area of research. Thank you very much for your attention. See you later.